We are Brittany and Drew, and for the past 6 years, we've been exploring the world by van. From the US to Canada, Europe to Africa, finding so much peace, inspiration, and joy in immersing ourselves in the great unknown. But now our world has changed and is still changing. And with everyone being told to stay at home, where does one go when their home's only home is everywhere and nowhere, all at the same time? Let's take in a deep breath and let it out as we learn how to navigate this winding road and wild world together. And now, it's time to enjoy the show. I was literally just doing yoga when all of a sudden I could hear a helicopter right above our van, and look, San Diego Sheriff has landed. They just shut down this parking lot here in front of us. The beach is officially closed, people. As you learned in our last episode, we flew home from Panama just days before all borders and airports closed. And when we arrived, we safely gathered all the supplies we could need for, well, a nice long while. In the meantime, we were witnessing the closures of all state-run parks, campgrounds, beaches, and parking lots. We were beginning to feel that the time for us to get out of Dodge had come. And while a few of you have been so kind to invite us into your homes or onto your driveways, you know us. We need to be rogue. We needed to figure out where to go for ourselves. For now, at least. Went for a little social distancing friendly bike ride. Look at this guy. I love it because that means all of the pedestrians get to enjoy his music too. Isn't that fun? We returned to our van that afternoon with a plan. Being that we had a handful of packages that needed to be shipped to us, all arriving who knows when, we decided to call around to various campgrounds, many of which were recommended by you all via Instagram. You guys are the best.
We are open. We are accepting reservations, and people are extending and staying here because it is a nice place to be. The fitness rooms, the locker rooms, meaning the showers and restrooms, throughout the entire parks, there are no public restrooms open. I know you have a Sprinter van. I don't know if you use your restroom and shower in your Sprinter van.
We do. So that's okay. I guess our most important question right now is, are we able to ship items? We have a few items that we need shipped to us. And that's sort of pretty crucial to where we're able to stay. Is that something that we're able to do?
Yes, we do ask that the package does not arrive before you do.
Okay, that's completely understandable. Nothing prepares you for something like this. This is unlike anything any of us have ever experienced in history. So not having our own home to go retreat to, it's quite an experience. But Drew and I have decided to go to a campground, and we're going to hunker down for about the next month. It's near a river. The spot will be right along a river.
We can put in the paddleboard, do a little supping, just be in nature, be enjoying ourselves, and getting some good work done too.
Plus there's a biking trail nearby. We can go for runs. Yeah.
All the great adventures we like to find ourselves doing.
And the weather's going to be warm, so I can't wait.
Ideal temperatures, around 80 during the day, 60 at night. Love it.
That's where tomorrow's journey begins. We'll begin our journey to our new home.
That next morning we set our sails for the campground, but we couldn't help but feel called to explore the vast solitude and space of some good old BLM land first.
My, oh my, my, oh my.
And for those of you who've been wondering, here's Alice, Rodney's Hawaiian hula dancing girlfriend. She's just social distancing on the other side of the dash. Welcome to BLM land. That stands for Bureau of Land Management, and basically, if you don't know, it's free public land where we're allowed to stay camped for 14 days, no charge. And with our setup here, we got almost 40 gallons of water. How many watts of solar?
300.
300 watts of solar. We could stay parked here for about a week and not need to restock on goods, especially with all of the food that we just bought. We're just gonna breathe in the fresh air, enjoy a nice meal, watch the sunset, and look forward to tomorrow, where I think we may be arriving to where we're gonna stay for a little bit of time. And Drew and I aren't ones to stop rolling, but in the midst of all of this, I think we need to rest our wheels so we can rest our hearts.
Makes me really grateful that we're here right now.
Me too, babe. Me too. We love you, Spirit. We love you, home.
So glad our van's done and that we get to just enjoy it right now.
Yeah, look at that. This is where we get to be and where we get to kind of settle in and experience everything that's going on in the world right now.
What she said.
Since I met you, I feel unbreakable.
Deciding what to make for dinner, but also I wanted to say the other thing about staying in a foreign country during a crisis like this is that, well, one, we had no television to watch the news and stay up to date with what was happening. So it just kept feeling like from one moment to the next things were changing and we had no idea of knowing how or why or when. And now that we can, kind of stay up to date and know what's happening, and we can know that we're in the country where what our president is saying is happening is like affecting us directly and in the long term and stuff. So yeah, just want to make sure I'm explaining all this. But there's a lot to be said about this situation. I have to close the fridge now. Like your outdoor bathroom?
It's a big one out here.
Beautiful.
Look at the sky tonight. The moon so clear with the star way up there.
Probably a little windy out there though.
Colors are A+. Feels good to be away from things. There's not a person in sight out here.
Fresh people, free air.
Just you and me, gal.
That's right.
My sweet honeybee.
My Drew Bear,
Yeah.
who's gonna be enjoying some delicious paella tonight, all topped with avocado. Our Costco bag of avocados, they all ripened at the same time.
California avocados.
Some chia seeds, coconut, cinnamon, handful of almonds. And I let all of that goodness soak in while I do yoga. Don't need a lot of space to move. These guys are all soaked up. Time for a dollop coconut oil. I'm gonna melt first. Ooh, look at how beautiful. Oh, we got a little fly in here. And we have Drew doing some manscaping. Don't worry, he's not shaving it off. He's just grooming. And we have a first draft of the cover for our van build guidebook. Drew's been working on this. Hoping to get this done for you guys soon. And well, as much as we loved our spot, we knew we had packages that would be arriving. So onwards to clock in a few more miles closer to the campground we rolled. We finally made the move to leave our BLM land, and we're driving through the middle of nowhere, and all of a sudden, Literally looks like we're back in Morocco. About to go through a little checkpoint where I think they just have their canine sniffing for drogas, since Mexico is just right there.
Maybe they're looking for produce too. Sometimes they like to take the fresh foods out of the van, the fridge. We'll see.
Luckily, we passed through the checkpoint with flying colors and rolled until we found ourselves a new peaceful piece of earth to call home for a few more nights. There's no place else I could think that could be better than this.
Check out how clear this water is. Our own private way down to the water.
It's really pretty water.
It's really blue.
Wow.
Like, look at that color.
It's not the color of the lake that we were camped on last night.
No.
That was some thick water.
I'm really looking forward to putting the paddleboard in here.
Yeah, maybe we could get in the water.
It's actually not as cold as I thought.
Really?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Oh, well, definitely. It'll get into the 80s tomorrow, won't it?
Yeah, it should be.
Cool.
Another day in the sun.
Breathing in the fresh air. It's much nicer being here than it was being cooped up in the city.
Yeah, we are so grateful for where we're at right now. And hope you guys can just soak it up a little bit with us, no matter where you're at or how you're self-quarantining, or just, we're taking it all in for you guys.
You guys are staying at home, but you're hanging out with us right now. And
hanging
that
out
house
with Britt and Drew.
Moves. Look at that water.
Sunset, water, van, each other. We got it made.
We were both just saying that it's so wild that you come out to places like this where the nature is still happy and free and you don't feel like anything is wrong in the world. Like, you're not experiencing the chaos that's going on right now. It's like, because you're immersed in a world that knows no different than the natural beauty of what it is. Somebody left us 3 beautiful little stones. It's a very healing place to be right now. I just went for a little walk, but on my way back, I gathered some tiny treasures that I can press into a book and place in my journal. If you guys want to see how I journal and kind of preserve these little beauties, let me know in a comment below. I'd be happy to do a journaling video for you. Look at how pretty. A powerful gem found during a very powerful time.
Ready to do some paddleboarding, babe?
Let's do it.
Let's blow this thing up.
Pump it, babe. I'm gonna fast forward you. I just want to say, Drew and I have been slightly confused about what we can share during this time. Like, we are staying at home. We are not near people. Yes, we are outside and we are gonna go enjoy ourselves on a paddleboard, but part of me feels guilty because I feel like everyone is stuck at home.
But who we really feel a lot for are all the health workers, everyone who's working really hard in the hospitals, and know that our hearts are with them during this whole time that we're just trying to avoid people and be outside. Sorry, I'm out of breath from pumping.
And we're not only doing this for ourselves, but for those of you who can't go outside, we're hoping that this sun and this fresh air somehow transports itself through the screen to you.
Sending sunny vibes your way, guys.
Thinking of you all during this odd, difficult time. But we just had to share those thoughts because, yes, we agree with the whole hashtag stay home. But for us, staying home...
This is our home.
Yeah. It allows us to have this for a backyard. So, all right. To the
Enough
paddleboard.
of that. Get on that water.
Let's go. Time to join our little duck friends.
Those are some happy birds, bugs, critters.
Singing their songs. Sending you the rays of sunshine from this beautiful sunset here.
The rays of a sunset. It's a great time to connect with loved ones. We've been on the phone with some of our family members throughout the day.
I just wish we could call more of our family members every single day. There's like not enough time in the day.
So if you guys get the chance and are thinking about it and haven't talked to certain loved ones, we really encourage you to pick up the phone and call them, FaceTime, or just write them a nice email, whatever you think is appropriate. Ciao for now, guys. We're going to enjoy this sunset.
We have arrived. In theory, seems like a pretty great idea, right? We have at least 6 feet of space in between us and our neighbors. But then you remember all of these people. But luckily, we're fully self-contained, so we don't need to use any of the public spaces. Too scared.
Terrified. The lady was sneezing and sniffling and handed me a piece of paper, and now I burned that piece of paper and I'm washing my hands.
We should explain. Ooh, hello, bird. That store was at the campground that we just checked into, where we're planning to stay for a week. We need to be here because we need to have things shipped to us, and we didn't know what else to do. Otherwise, we were going to have to stay in the city in our van, and so we decided the campground was the next best idea. But we just saw someone who we're pretty sure looks like they work at a hospital, unless that person's outfit was just like their protective gear, but they literally had like a doctor smock on, and I don't know if I like that right now. No talking to our neighbors.
I'm distancing.
We're distancing, yes. More so than when we were in the wilderness. We're just grateful to have a place that we get to call home, because we know that not everyone can say that. So until next time, remember, breathe in deeply and exhale wholly and slowly. A calm mind and light heart work wonders. We love you all, and we'll see you back here again soon.